Okay. Um, yeah, let me do this. Wait, how did I actually spin there? How did that work? That's weird. That shouldn't have worked. Huh. Well, I don't mind, obviously. But still, that was kinda weird. That is kinda weird. But okay. Good to be playing this again. Puke mode is a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, I died, but that doesn't make it less fun. At least for me. Satiant died again. Oh man. Phone, can you shut up? Here, let me... Here, mute. There we go. Ooh. Oh yeah, maybe I just hit the slime. That it makes sense. Ooh, sense. But okay. Man, I'm stupid. But okay. I'm close to the end. Oof. Oh man, I'm messing this up pretty bad. But okay. Ooh. Nice. Okay. And back we are. What did I bounce off of there? I expected to just hit the ground to then jump again. But no, I landed somewhere, which then led to my destruction. Or whatever I wanna call that. I guess I just landed on the thing while it still was exploding. Ooh, that was close. But okay. Now, back here. Ooh. And no. These birders. Ah, man. Really, like, it's a really clever designed room. But like that messes me up a lot. Cause now that I can barely see it, it's a cleverly designed room I can barely beat. But that's pretty okay. I mean, it's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, then this wouldn't be a challenge I'd do. Really, like, if this was easy, then I wouldn't take the time to attempt this. Or at least if it was considered easy. I mean, for me it is kinda easy, but it's still harder than normal. Hmm. Debating if I should just restart the level. Yeah, I might just restart the level. For reasons. Ooh. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna change that. Let me do this. Like here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oof. I almost messed that up. Like, don't get me wrong, I did mess it up, but I was able to still save it. Ooh. Oh man. I really did that. No. You ain't killing me. And you are neither. And neither are you. Ooh, grammar. Okay. And we are back at the state of last time. Ooh. And back we are. No. Oof. Hi Tuna. Yeah, I am continuing Puke mode, as one can see. And I'm not succeeding. But that's okay. Ooh. Ooh. The brother actually saved me, because I didn't see. So I thought I was still standing on ground. But the brother saved me from from falling down with the knockback. Okay. Okay, I guess. But I mean, like, Liquid Samurai really is good. I like King more for reasons, but I really like Liquid Samurai. Got him. Nice. Ooh. With Golden Boy, you mean Gold Armor or King? I assume Gold Armor, but just in case. Yeah. But as you can see, with my playstyle, King can be a lot of fun. But yeah, King is kinda someone you need to be used to. And also, like, you really aren't bad as Gold Armor. Like, I still destroyed you, cause I'm playing this since a while and I'm a hardcore Shovel Knight fan. But in general, you really ain't bad, man. Yeah. Damn them holes. But yeah. Okay. It's like you know that thing. Uh, for for me, it's mainly after showers. Like your ear just won't hear properly. Um, I think you're a better samurai. Um, but your gold armor really is decent. Um, like you know that thing that's mostly like after showers where you can't hear alright, cause like water in the ear or something like that. Like it's so annoying. Mm. The thing for me is, for whatever reason, that stays for days, not just like directly after the shower or something. It's like that's super annoying. Ah. Ooh. But yeah. Ooh. No. Yeah, but I mean like it goes away after like half a week, um, or something like that. So like I don't think it's an actual medical problem. I just think I, for some reason, don't really get rid of it. Which is the annoying part. Because then I have to get some pressure on my ear so I can hear for a few minutes. And then I can't again. No, close. Hey, here, sword, and sword, and there we go. Now I can attack you. Nah. Sword, good boy. Sword, good boy. I dealt damage. I'm bad at staying up with him, but at least I do some damage. Yeah, it has. Nah. Oof. Come on. I'm so close to it. Yeah. Only thing with that guy that I don't like is that it takes relatively long to kill him. But yeah, there's chubby gold armors in here. Um, one should be like here. Let's see. Yeah, this should be one. And if it's not, then I'll just not search for it, cause there's a level in the second world with one for sure. So yeah, not gonna waste too much time on this. But this is a nice opportunity to farm a bit of gold, so why not? But yeah, yeah, And I was like, my stream description isn't just like there to be there. I really enjoy this, and I guess if King was actually experiencing this, he would suffer from it. It's like that's kinda my stream description. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, there is one chubby armor in here. Yeah. Or was there? I don't know. I thought this was a room before. What a giant. But like, yeah, the King takes double damage, but for that he gets a bit of health by damaging enemies, pretty much. Okay, that was a non in this level, but okay. Got a good amount of gold. Ooh. No. What? Let's get over with Bodo's big bounce. Mm. How did I do what? Remember, this is kinda the same as casual gameplay for me. So like, there's not really special stuff for me if you don't specify it. Yeah? Cause why not? Why would I miss them? I mean, like, I'm still failing a lot. Cause King is the campaign I played the least, because it's out for the shortest time, and it's also the campaign no, don't destroy the checkpoint, the hardest campaign in my opinion. But yeah, Memek. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel tempted to turn my head, and then I'm like, that won't serve me anything, it'll just kinda kill my head. Let's not do that. And then I don't. But yeah, the temptation to turn your head is rather big with this. Uh, mm, but yeah. Ooh, there's a platform. I thought I was gonna just land on Big Bodo or the Stag Beetle or whatever you wanna call it. Yeah, this makes perfect sense. I was just confused. Well done, Keppa. Ooh. Okay. And now this is one of the hardest parts in the entire world, in my opinion. So let's see if I can manage this. I can't stand here, I remember that. And now let's see if I can get the merit medal. I got the merit medal. Perfect. Ooh, good try. That was an entire first try. Ooh, didn't expect that. um, I was like, there's armor. That's me. Here, let me show it to you. Oh yeah, I access it normally. It's like here. Mm. Ooh. First you give me money. Ooh. And then nice. So now here he sells me stuff like this. Except I'm not using that stuff because that's cheap. That's cheap AF. So I'm not using it. But I could. But I'm not gonna. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you know me a bit. I I I I I'm not gonna make it much easier for me. Ooh. This is so nice. Like King Knight is just in one of those propeller knight cars. A malus armor. What is that supposed to be? Cause like I got no idea. Oh yeah. Let no, that isn't. Here I can show you. We got fast run. We got here magic if for killing enemies, for damaging enemies. Charging. Nothing but looks, and the good armor that I never used. Um, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Also there's another mechanic I'm not gonna use, which is this. It's basically the crying emote from Showdown, but you get like 5 hearts, and I'm not gonna do that, cause that's pretty cheap, dude. And yeah. Ooh. Okay. I got 7. That's probably not enough for this one, but very probably enough for this one. So let's get this. Let me think first. Ooh, yeah, this one was fun. Ooh, 9. Okay. But that's definitely worth it. That one's fun. I'm never gonna use it, but it's still fun. Now, let me just go save. Yeah, 9-2. Okay, fair. Now, should we go for treasure or for Black Knight? Stages, not the actual bosses. Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, the Black Knight stages are fun. They are really fun. Especially this one. Oh man, this is a really fun mechanic. And everyone in their right mind would hate this. Absolutely. On Puke mode, but I love it. It's not just hilarious, but also ridiculous and fun. Because I got Puke mode with a really fun mechanic. That's something. Yeah, and no, you didn't tell me. I mean, Polar is pretty easy. No, I like them all. Like when Specty's campaign so like when Specty's campaign was announced or released, I don't know which one. I was speculating like what would Polar Knight's campaign be like, and Tinker Knight with the big um machine, and now we got Showdown. So like we don't have actual campaigns, but it's still better than nothing. And I won't complain, because Showdown is amazing. Amazing! Ooh. And Mamek. Get on all of these Mamek levels. No. Um. they aren't, sadly. The last update with a few nerfs and buffs was the last one they said, sadly. But that update also added a new sub mode. Justice with friends and all of that stuff. Also, that was a very bad move on my side. Oof, I had my hand positioned wrongly. I did not mean to use Frog Bubble, because Frog Bubble is too good. Because they wanna move on, I guess. Oh no, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. But okay. I'm getting very close. Okay, I got pretty much all of my gold back. And I got to the end with the merit medal. So that's nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. We sadly don't have showdown to announce, but I hope it's gonna be a thing, cause that'd be fun. But yeah, you have not finished my picture yet, you imbecile. Mortal. But okay, let's move on. Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen much about the new Shovel Knight deck stuff, but what I've seen is amazing. Also, I gotta show something quick to you, cause that's kinda hilarious. YouTube, and then ah here. I believe it was this video. Like, there's this one commenter which is just
Hi,
like
welcome to another
amazing,
episode of Two Set
and
Violin. So, as
it's
classical
just
musicians, we've been
ridiculous.
through our fair share of classical competitions, either ourselves performing or as an audience. But today we decided to switch things up, and we'll be going to this world of mainstream television. That's right, we are going to be reviewing musical performances on TV talent shows.
And giving our own opinion, even though we're not supposed to give our own opinion. But that's okay.
That's okay.
And next up, to show America their talent, are two brothers from Queens.
What's going on? My name is Tori.
And my name is Damien.
And we're not
Wait,
the
it's oh yeah,
Sorry,
it's
it's
the
not
other
tin,
one.
but string.
Let me um yeah,
Or something
this
else.
Yeah,
this
maybe
is
you can
this.
play.
I
Maybe
think-
this.
Just when you think it can't get any worse.
World record holder for the world's fastest violinist.
Wow, hello guys, welcome to another episode of Two Set Violin. So, one day I was just browsing on YouTube, and then, alas, the title, The World's Fastest Violinist, somehow popped up again in my recommendation.
It's not a phrase that you want to see. Like,
Yes.
world's
Yeah,
fastest
that's the thing.
violinist. So there's this guy
And
called
they talk
Bob
about that too.
Dylan, and he's on an Australian TV show. But let's just watch. By the way, note the like and dislike bar before even we begin. But let's just watch, shall we?
Like,
Musical geniuses are born, not created, and
What?
that's just
What?
like
Musical geniuses are born, not created. Excuse me.
it's
What
it's
about all the
just
proud
ridiculous.
Are you a mother or father that's
These guys also very um heavily advertise people practicing. It's like they are like, you gotta practice. And this woman is just like, yeah, geniuses are born, not created.
Ben? A lot of your precious hard-earned money for your child's musical education, well, that was wasted money. Because musical geniuses are born.
Not created.
Yes, all musical university education is a waste. You
Just
have to birth it.
Yeah, so make more babies.
Birth it.
Up your chances. Calm down, guys. Anyway, 4 seconds.
And violinist Vov Dylan is no exception. Born into a musical family, Vov picked up the violin as a toddler, and since then he has become the world record holder for the world's fastest violinist. Amazing!
Yeah, that's the amazing.
You're here trying to beat that record today, Vov.
I am indeed, yes.
Now, first of all, before we get into the challenge, I want to talk to you about your incredible violining skills. You were pretty much a baby when you picked up the violin.
Yes, as my mum
Well,
likes to
I
say, it was a
played
very
piano
difficult
as a
birth.
toddler. Now I'm
With
world
the violin
record
in hand.
dude because I picked it up as a toddler. Ain't that amazing?
Good
It's
one.
What an
like,
Aussie joke.
wow.
Sounds
No,
like
we haven't even heard them play it. We don't know yet. We're just we gotta hold ourselves back.
I was first recognised at age 21 months with my first newspaper article playing the violin, and it's stayed that way ever since.
Wait, how old is 21 months? 1 year and 7 months.
Yeah.
You're not meant to be playing the violin that young.
Yeah.
It's
You're supposed to just get in touch with Mother Earth and
Yeah.
your mother and father and just family and
But yeah, that's basically it. The amazing part. Like, wow. And now let's fight Plague. I really like the Plague fight for King, because you fight Percy for once. You actually fight Percy. Here. Oh yeah, that's the thing Percy does. This looks awesome to see, this stuff. Okay, I got Percy down. Ooh. And now we got Plague. Ah. Like the map is hiding the boss itself. Ooh, health. Oh yeah, no, I never noticed that Fake Plague actually has a different color palette. That's interesting. Like I legitimately never noticed that. Thanks, Puke mode. But yeah, now we start out with Plague, so it's kinda way easier. Though I was close to first trying. That's fake plague. No, this one is. Yep. Now I can actually see it. Instead of guessing. Because I'm not entirely blind anymore. Ooh. Or at least for once. I pretty much suck anyway. I wouldn't describe him quite like that, but yeah, he is the horse. Well done, me. Well done. Oh man. Probably last try before he gets out of range. Okay, that's all my Vigo. And now let's fight. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Yeah, they kinda. But I mean, like, what else are they supposed to do? This is a 3D game. I mean, the game ain't 3D, but it's running on a 3D engine. So like, this stuff is to be expected with a coach like this. Ooh. Man, gotta yawn. No. Yeah, it does. Wait, I can actually let me look something up and then send you the link. Like I'll post it in my Discord, cause why not? Um, um, yeah, it was this one. Share, copy link. Okay, Discord, my server, general. There we go. Hmm. Like as far as I remember, in that video that guy actually talks about it with the devs, so that's like even more interesting. Yeah, but I need it for this sub weapon level. I mean, I'm using these sub weapons for these levels Because you aren't allowed to bash in these levels, because they're supposed to teach you how to use these weapons. And for 100% completion, I need to beat these levels, obviously. So like, that's the story. It is. As you can see, it's a lot of fun to use. As you might see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Ooh. Let me think. Oh yeah. Where's Horse Dude? Down there? No. He's up here. Or somewhere around here. Hey, now I can do this. In the actual campaign. No. Was Horse Dude really down here? Huh. Am I just being stupid and blind again? Probably. Oh, he really was just in this room. Yeah, he is. Okay. Stupid me. It's just an emote. And for 100%. Ooh. Wait, can I? That'd be insane. But no, I can't. I was trying if I could maybe bash the throne. Exactly like that. It's useless, but cool. Let's continue the exploratorium. Ooh. Ooh. Gotcha. Like this, yeah. For the Skater Dude's achievement? No. You don't really need it for any achievements. With the Skater achievement, you mean that achievement to do 3 poses with 1 skate grind? Or what? Wait, you can actually go up there? That's cool. I didn't know that. These are the little useless secrets that everyone loves. No, that's not an achievement. I didn't even know that existed. So it's definitely something cool. But it's not an achievement. You get an achievement for getting all 3 skating poses in one grind. Which is easy to achieve at the skater, dude. So yeah. Maybe that's the achievement you thought of. Yeah, letter. Oh yeah, this room. Memory. But yeah, I appreciate having you here. I got every achievement for everything except King and Showdown twice. And I got a big chunk of... I got every achievement on Switch, and I got almost every achievement on PC. So yes, I got all achievements of Torment. Of Spectre. I mean, I know it's not an achievement, but I mean, I never did it, so I might do it. No, there's no way it's a secret achievement. Cause the game told me that I have all achievements. Also, I'm going the wrong way here. Cause it has a percent of achievements. So even if there were secret achievements, it wouldn't show me that I have 100%. And also yeah, that might be it. But yeah, I mean, I can try it out anyway. But I really don't think it gives you anything except maybe money. Also, like, how did I die here? I don't remember. But I'm in shame. Oh yeah, that's... And now I died again. Without even retrieving my money. But okay. Ooh. No, there's no way. Reason being, they, as it makes sense, put all achievements on to Steam achievements. So like, if there was an achievement for that, I would be able to see that. Or it would be a hidden achievement, but I could count the hidden achievements out, cause I know about the hidden stuff, cause I played through everything. Dude, why do I keep mistiming that? That's not good. Okay, I did not position my hands wrongly, which is good. And no. Yeah, it's a cool Easter egg. That's true. But I may have even done it, but forgotten it, cause like it's a little detail that people like me can easily forget. But in case I actually knew about it, that'd be a big shame. If I couldn't even remember such a little detail. But I don't know. Why do I keep doing that? I did not die this time yet. Dude, are you kidding me? What was that? I got completely confused. Oh man. Hmm. At least I got all the money back I lost from the previous time. Let's see if I can get my money back. And if I can maybe even get it. Which I doubt, cause I kinda suck, but it's a possibility. That one's for sure. Are you kidding me? What? Why me? Why? Why? Why do I have to be so bad? Why am I doing that? Also, like, the way that ain't hard or something, but it's a little long. Like, I mean, it's like half a minute at most. But like, that rodent regalia, whatever that might be. And also, however, I did not die there. Dude, I keep dying. Okay, I've decided that I go back. Nah, no, there's no way. Yeah, why would I? I mean, I barely remember the names of the other armors. Like the Dynamo Mail and the Rail Mail and the Pandemonium Cloak. Yeah, it is a cool name, but like my memory is bad. Okay, now let's see if I mess this up again. Dude. Oh, okay. I'll take it. Those 50 are not worth the risk. I mean, like, there's nothing really, nothing I can lose here really, but still, it's not worth the risk. Oof. Okay, no. Okay, now. I'm here again. And I did not die. On this part where I always died in the previous attempts. So I'm kinda happy about that. but that doesn't mean that I can't die past that point. Okay, it does. Okay, made it. Ooh. No, it wasn't. I mean, if something is close, I will admit that, but like that wasn't close. I mean, like I simply used the ferry to get there. I'm rather okay at guessing distances. Ooh, got him. Now, okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even close there. Like, um, it wasn't even, like, that far away that I would have liked to take the distance. Ooh. No, that's not. And then, how in the world am I supposed to get up there? I mean, I really don't know how. But I appreciate the thought of that secret being existent. I mean, like, why is there gold there? Like, why? Maybe, just maybe, there was supposed to be another section there, and they left it because they were like, no one's gonna get there anyway. But then they also have puke mode, so everyone could see it no matter what. But who cares anyway? I mean, I kinda do, but I shouldn't, I guess. But yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That. Oh yeah, I need that food. Give me that food. Food. And there we go. Yeah. Wait, how can I get up here too? Like, I mean, it's probably 4 items, but like, those are some really nice secrets. I did not expect to have those be existent. I like it. But I'm too bad to access them, and I can't save myself at this point. Even if I mean, I could use sword, but no. I said I wouldn't, so I'm not gonna. Let me take a sip. And okay. That was close. A bit too close, but it worked out. I guess. Oh man. Dude, what am I doing? Oof. Big oof. Hmm. I came here with like 6,000, and now I dropped below that. So that's something. Okay, got him. And then. Ooh. Oh man, I don't like this slime. Yeah, I said over 6,000. But yeah. It's fine, I guess. Or not? Or not. Oh yeah, here's the platform. That would have been useful a few moments ago. But okay. I did it. Nice. I didn't expect that to be makeable without special items, but I guess it is. I gotta find something out. Just in a sec. That's probably not possible. And if it is, then there's probably just a bit of gold. So now, let me the chemical aqueducts. Okay. Speedrun Discord. Do you know about this? Mm. Um in the stage chemical aqueducts I don't know if um Okay. Um. Now we got one more exploratorium stage, one more lost city stage, and a few more normal stages and 2 more tropical stages. Oh, I don't have 10 or even 9 things. Let me actually put the Discord over here so I can see replies. Like, this stage is pretty much King's mechanic in Showdown, except you can't really use it. Except they can damage you and they have bigger explosions. Ooh. Exactly. The game has many funny names. Also, why did I not just use my money so I wouldn't lose it again? But okay. But okay. I guess I just had a stroke of intelligence, Kappa. Okay. Let's go for secret exit first. Ooh. Hey Kevin. Yeah. I'm just having my fun and making King suffer. Ooh. No. Oh yeah, this room was fun. And what fun it was. Wow me. Okay, let me take a second and clip it. So now Twitch channel then where can I clip? Here, clip. Where can I? Oh, no. Twitch. Oh, it will. And you can't stop it. Tuna, are you able to clip the part where I went over the map or stuff? I mean, let me. Okay, yeah, I just okay. Let's just go on. Then. Ooh. Man, that was a very bad death. But okay. I was like, Kevin, I rather find your stuff funny than being antagonized by it. So like, your actions seem a little counterproductive for your cause. But yeah. If I could please not suck for once and beat this, that would be nice. Dude, how did I not die there? But I don't mind. I won't question it. Okay. I meant to roll. Oof. But okay. I mean, I wasn't high enough for it anyway. So that was a stupid move. But okay. I'm close. No. No, 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 no. I can't allow this. Ooh. That. Okay now. Well done me. I could have just went normally and have gotten my gold, probably. But okay. Or not. But who cares? Now. Let me just waste my gold. On stuff I'm rarely gonna use anyway. There's gonna be just one more upgrade from him, and then there's gonna be basically nothing to buy for gold. Except cards, but I have achievements to get, so I won't be buying cards for a time. No, let me think. Oh yeah, gotta beat this normally. Ooh. But yeah, how are you doing, Tuna? That's nice. I can understand that. That. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's this thing. I remember now, this was such a pain when doing my challenge run. Oh my, this was such a pain. But I beat it with the thing, without actually jumping. Oh man, that was a treat. But okay, uh, doing this casually is easy though. Like, actually easy. Kinda, like, I began and I got to the first world. And I know that some levels aren't possible, So I just wrote down the stuff, how many jumps I needed where for 100%. And like instead of jumping and bashing, I used a certain item that I really like. But that's pretty much it. Now, I may return and get that gold, but I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just not gonna. Ooh. Oof. That was not good. Oh man. Okay, my gold spawned, and I'm fine. So that's nice. No. Okay. Let me go here. And middle. Kinda middle. No, perfect middle. No, kinda middle. Okay, did it. Ooh. Then, this is the last expeditorium stage. So I'm done with that. And then let's finish not Lost City. I can't talk. And then we'll have Iron Whale and Trouble King stuff left. No. Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, like, it's the same time of the day for me. And I'm dealing with it pretty okay. Ooh. Okay. I thought I'd have to do weird stuff with the bonefish, but I didn't have to. I don't have to. So that's nice. Oof. Nah. Like, how could one vomit from this happy little contraption? Like, it's all just fun. It's just a happy little challenge. But okay. But if you really think that you're that this makes you vomit, um, then just tell me and I'll go and do something else. Also, here is the chubby knight, gold armor, whatever. Okay, how am I gonna deal with this without dying? Okay, I didn't die. I'm happy. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. No. Like these situations are so much more confusing and I love it. This is just fun. It is all just fun. For everyone. Absolutely everyone. But yeah. Poor King has to suffer for my own enjoyment. Like imagine you are moving through this stuff with the moves King Knight has. Wait, what? How? Ah, I was close. I think I was very close to the end there. But okay. Like for some reason I can also I'm also pretty okay at dealing with swindle and stuff. So that's chill. Like I can just spin all the time and then walk relatively normally. Like not entirely normally, but like I can move as if I had nothing else, as if I had done nothing. Okay. How? How is this run alive? Oh man, how did that not die? Okay, fight time. Ooh, good old mole knight. And now I'ma destroy your bath. I'm just entirely destroying his bathtub. Ooh. Okay now. Um, Okay, got him. Ooh. And somehow I'm alive. But okay now. Ooh. Oof. Ah, man. Ooh. That. This and back here. Then. Dude. Ah. Why did I not just use it instantly? That would have been the right choice to make. Probably that's why. And back here. No. Ah. Like this. And check this. And check this. Oof. That gold is gone. But okay. And that's it. Got him. Ooh. Ah, yeah, I have to buy that stuff too. But that can wait. No. Yeah, nothing to do right now. Then. Oh boy. Good old treasure night. Oof. Yeah, I think I'm done with Puke mode for now. Ooh. What do I wanna do now? Why not? Way too loud. Then game capture. So there we go. Oh man. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. And there we go. I forgot that this game actually has 2-player. Okay now. Nah. There we go. Okay, got him. Okay. This one. I'm stupid again. Here. Okay. Ah. Nice. Damn. This is the one. Oops. But okay, the right side is the way to go. That's good to know. I missed my head yet again. Man. Also, how does this work? With... Ooh. Controller actually seems really nice. Let me... Okay. Have a good sleep. See you tomorrow. Play. And then access this with controller. And then, yeah, there we go. So for whatever reason, does that double step sometimes. Okay. Did this. And this. Okay, then no. There we finally go. Ah. Ooh. Oh man, how did I do this? Wait, what's this? Why does this exist? But okay, I guess. Dude, why? No, close. This may be the last of the believe. My memory was pretty bad though, so yeah. Oof. Oh man. Then getting close. Why did I do that? To demonstrate me being... But okay. Well. Just wow. Oh man. Ooh, got it. I knew it. Okay.
I am you from the future.
Oh yeah, this one. This is fun.
I love to hate things because I'm so evil.
I can. I'm stupid.
Slow down so I can stamp on your legs. No!
Okay. Let me see. Can I? Huh. I guess I can.
I'm gonna hang your skull on my wall! No! I need that! This is ridiculous! I love to hate things because I'm so evil. I can't wait to get home and kick some dogs around! Slow down so I can stamp on your legs! No! I'm gonna hang your skull on my wall! No! I need that! Help! I love to hate things because I'm so evil.
Oh man. I'm bad.
I'm gonna hang your skull on my wall! No! I need that! This is a pretty long road! This is ridiculous! I think Hitler was a cool guy. I hate goodness!
Okay.
Why are you chasing me? Because somebody loves you!
Oh man, I got close.
Who keeps laying these bombs around? This is ridiculous! Help!
Nice.
Why does everyone want to cut me in half? Can't we just sit down and talk about our feelings? I feel like killing you!
So now I actually managed to fail. Wow.
This is
Wow.
ridiculous!
Dude,
I
why
can't
do
wait to get home and kick some dogs around!
played it on my end.
Cool guy. I hate goodness. Who keeps laying these bombs around?
Okay, nice.
Slow down so I can step on your legs. No!
No,
This is a pretty long
no,
road.
no, no. Ah. Oof.
Help! I can hit
Slow-
there.
slow-mo.
Was a cool guy.
And I fell off.
Slow down so I can stamp on your legs. No! I hate goodness. Slow down so I can stamp on your legs. No! This is a pretty long road. I can't wait to get home and kick some dogs around. I love to hate things because I'm so evil. I'll gut you like a fish, and I gut fish by shooting them.
Okay, this should pretty much be it. I don't.
Who keeps laying these bombs around? I can't wait to get home and kick some dogs around.
Man, I messed up.
Can't we just sit down and talk about our feelings? I feel like killing you.
Okay.
Who keeps laying these bombs around? I'm gonna hang your skull on my wall. No, I need that. I love to hate things because I'm so evil. Can't we just sit down and talk about our feelings? I feel like killing you.
Nice.
Help!
Down. Oh. Yeah, this becomes.
Who keeps laying these bombs around? I'm going to make a wine rack out of your ribcage and a spine rack out of your spine! It hurts so much to laugh at your misery!
No. No. Take the piece nuts.
Why are you chasing me? Because somebody loves you!
Nice.
Slow down so I can stamp on your legs! No!
Why?
I can't wait to get home and kick some dogs around! I love to hate things because I'm so evil. to laugh at your misery. This is ridiculous! Why does everyone want to cut me in half? I love to hate things because I'm so evil. I'll gut you like a fish, and I gut fish by shooting them. Why are you chasing me? Because somebody loves you. I'm going to make a wine rack out of your ribcage and a spine rack out of your spine! Slow down so I can step on your legs! No! It hurts so much to laugh at your misery! I can't wait to get home and kick some dogs around! I hate time! It hurts so much to laugh at your misery.
Okay, now this is it. For real. There we go. Dude. But okay.
Hey, what's this? Good news. We tracked down Evil You. He's hiding out in the past. Bad news is he's pretty hard to reach. Maybe if we build some kind of time machine. How would that help? That's a great idea! I think we should clone ourselves.
We need to build a spaceship!
All of these ideas are perfect! I don't... Some sort of ice wreck.
Let's all hug it out and talk about our feelings.
I want to buy a helicopter! That sounds like a good idea! And fill it with lava. Wait, no. Don't worry, guys. I'll go back in time and warn us about this. Wait, guys, shut up! Why don't we just use 2 guns? If it's too high, we just beam up with 2 guns. Let's do that! Yeah! It's great! We just fuse 2 people together! It's so simple! Wait, what? Let's go! I am you from the... I hate this idea. I hate you! Doing it!
Okay. Okay. Come on, yeah, that's a bad idea. Better, not bad. No. If I get nothing for achieving this, I'm end today. Because I got a fair amount of progress either way. But like, I don't really anyway. So that's kind of a nice limit. And if there is something, then I just tend to level up. So close. How was that not it? Hitbox. There really is a head there. Oh man. And I barely missed it. Okay, I got the strat. finally. Got him. Yeah, let me get that head too. Because it's just laying around basically for free. Not this but okay. I mean, I got fairly far. Six. No. Three out of four. 6 out of 7. 6 out of 6. So I'm basically missing like 7 heads in the entire game. And yeah. Let me take a sec. Ooh. No. I don't know what I wanna do. So I'm basically either gonna just play some Battle Block Theater. Cause I'm rather I like the game, but I'm not doing too much there. But yeah. I'd say I might just watch some YouTube. So yeah.
It was October of 2012 and Halloween was in the air. Everyone's trying to figure out what they can do to set the spooky mood on their Saturday nights. Parties? Nah. Movies? Maybe. Video games? Resident Evil? Hell yeah. Resident Evil 6 was fresh out of the oven and was set to be the Resident Evil to end them all. 4 different campaigns, multiple game modes, and fresh HD graphics in the most action-packed entry in the series to date. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Before we lampoon this game into the ground, I'd like to take a second to thank those beautiful people over at Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring our channel once again. Yes, that's right. When YouTube doesn't look out for us, they do. And I want to give a huge, huge thank you to them for this. If you don't know who they are, allow me to, once again, drop some fresh knowledge upon you. We all have our everyday grooming routines. Waking up, showering, shaving, brushing your teeth, you know the drill. As we know, the Nexpo channel is primarily focused in horror. Now what's more horrifying than morning breath, a dirty neck beard, unkempt hair, swamp ass? Well, fear no more, because Dollar Shave Club, yes, that Dollar Shave Club has you covered with everything you need. Whether it's toothpaste, body wash, razors, butt wipes, sweet, soothing shave butter, and pretty much anything else you need in the morning, they have it all to ensure that you look, feel, and smell your best. Check it out. Dollar Shave Club is basically giving away their Daily Essential Starter Kit to new members for only $5. This includes 3 trial-sized versions of their most popular products to help you stay fresh and clean. Oh, and also, this includes their hefty executive razor for a definitive clean shave. In your first box, you'll receive their shave butter, body wash, and, you know how much I love these, their One Wipe Charlie's butt wipes. You'll also be getting their executive razor with a premium weighty handle and a full cassette of razor cartridges. After your first month, replacements are sent for only a few bucks a month. Get on this, you filthy animal. This $5 offer is available for you at dollarshaveclub.com/Nexpo. Once again, that's dollarshaveclub.com/Nexpo. The infamous 6th main installment in the long-running Resident Evil video game franchise is long known for being one of the most controversial entries in the series to date. The game, having released in October of 2012, did none other than split new and longtime Resident Evil fans into one of 2 categories, those that liked it and those that despised it. Off the back of the massive success found in Resident Evils 4 and 5, Capcom was in the process of a total paradigm shift away from what made Resident Evil so great in the first place. With this in mind, while I'd consider myself a massive fan of the original style of Resident Evil, I'd be lying if I told you that I hated Resident Evil 6. In fact, I believe that Resident Evil 6 was a good game. To some, it could even be considered a great game. While this is the case, I'd like to make it explicitly clear here. RE6, as a Resident Evil game, sucked. The very basic premise of this game surrounds the 4 main characters, Jake Muller, Chris Redfield, Leon Kennedy, and Ada Wong. In short, in December of 2012, Jake Muller, the son of Albert Wesker, flees local authorities during a bioterrorist attack. He soon partners with Sherry Birkin and learns that the Division of Security Operations has sought out to create a cure for what's called the C-Virus using Jake's blood. Sensibly, this is the same virus outbreak that's taking place worldwide, and while Jake and Sherry set out to accomplish this mission, they're consistently hunted by a hulking bioweapon by the name of Ustanok, whose main purpose is none other than to kill Jake Muller. Meanwhile, Chris Redfield and Pierce Nivens are heading the BSAA to combat the infected population in order to keep things under control. While executing their missions, however, they're attacked by an imposter Ada Wong, who actually turns out to be a woman by the name of Carla Radams, a member of the Neo Umbrella organization, the creator of the C-Virus, and the one responsible for the creation of Ustanok. In June of 2013, the president attempts to reveal the truth behind the 1998 Raccoon City incident and the involvements with Umbrella. Leon Kennedy and a woman by the name of Helena Harper are both in attendance, but things would quickly go awry. The campus that this was being held at was brutally attacked, and everyone inside, aside from the pair, were either infected or killed, including the Prez himself. After crossing paths with the real Ada Wong, they would work together to find and take out the leader of Neo Umbrella. However, with each character, not all would go to plan. Tonight, I set out to explore what this misfit got right and what it fell totally flat on. We're going to dive into how Resident Evil 6 even came into fruition, what was good about it, and what was not so good, in hopes of answering the overarching question: why did Resident Evil 6 fail so badly? In order to establish a clear depiction for how this game came to be, we need to back up from the subject matter at hand and take a look at the series as a whole and the overall direction that it was heading. If you're a longtime fan of the franchise, Resident Evil, to you, is rooted in 3 central principles: horror, strategic resource management, and the finely tuned execution of these aforementioned concepts. Resident Evils 1 through 3 set you off with the primary goal of instilling fear and anxiety within you. All throughout each game, you're met with a fixed camera angle system that, coupled with the gameplay, allowed for a challenging but entirely rewarding experience across the board as you traverse through each campaign, in fear of what would await you at each turn or camera shift. Story progression was much slower as well, and was presented in a manner that seemed more intimate, especially compared to the run-and-gun style of the newer games. The development mess that surrounded Resident Evil 4 is largely to blame for the deviation away from the original formula. Having undergone multiple iterations and revisions, RE4 was a pool of ideas and core implementations that made it entirely revolutionary when it was released. The entire basis of the thought process behind the dramatic shift stemmed from within Capcom themselves. Franchise fatigue began to plague the studio, as the first 3 Resident Evils were, according to them, largely the same, and leveraging this controversial sentiment, the push for dramatic changes in the core gameplay and story presentation were set into motion. Rather than the fixed camera and focus on strategy as implemented in Resident Evils 1 through 3, over-the-shoulder and fast-paced action sequences took the limelight.
Resident Evil 4's main character is Leon. Leon comes back from Resident Evil 2 in this series. And what makes this game so unique, as you can see here, is the camera is totally different than any other Resident Evil. It has been recreated from the ground up. You have the bullet display over here. You have the what do you call it? The wide screen with the bars on the top and bottom. This is all something very new. We've never tried before in the series. When Leon runs like this, you can see up to his knees. However, when he aims, it closes in on his torso, on his head, and his arms only.
With the critical success found in the entirely new engine that they crafted for this beast, the direction that Capcom would steer the series became largely evident, as they had finally found a vision that was fresh, exciting, and right on the mark. Gone were the days of intimate close-quarters survival horror, and instead, a newer, better focus was found in a style that Capcom would improve and expand upon in the coming years. Unfortunately, this wasn't enough for them. Off the backs of RE4, Resident Evil 5 was announced and showcased at E3 2007. Featuring protagonist Chris Redfield, the game looked like an enhanced version of its predecessor, largely inheriting the same control system and sense of flow that RE4 did. One strange thing that fans took notice of as well, though, was the implementation of a more intensive enemy system and a larger fundamental focus on action instead of horror. One major criticism that was found in Resident Evil 5, however, was the control scheme. Being one of the few complaints found in the critiques of its predecessor, it was, ultimately, reinstated in a manner that was largely the same. Players were unable to engage in moving melee combat, nor were they able to aim and fire while running. This lack of control that the series is mostly known for was beginning to become less of a staple and more of a roadblock. Capcom sought to appease this widespread complaint, doing so in a way that would, unfortunately, end up contributing to the driving force of this franchise into the ground. Now, we begin to notice a trend. Let's back up for a moment. The first 3 Resident Evils, like I stated prior, held a primary focus rooted in horror, strategic resource management, and an intimate storyline progression. Resident Evil 4 sought a more action-oriented take and lamented the concept of zombies in favor of ganados, plagued with what was called the Las Plagas virus. Resident Evil 5 shifted even further along the spectrum with the addition of the Magini, an even more intensive style of zombie that was infected with Ouroboros. Resident Evil, as a whole, was shifting along the spectrum from horror to action. The question that remained, though, was how far would they really go? The studio's answer to the increasing woes of the engine that they implemented so proudly was to incorporate a campaign system that would appease all Resident Evil fans, new and old alike. This would be something so big, so great, and so grand that it would be the Resident Evil to end them all. Unfortunately, that couldn't have been further from the case. Resident Evil 6 became the jack of all trades. However, as the old adage states, it was also the master of none. The basis of Resident Evil 6 centered around 4 different campaigns, each focusing on a franchise character that we had come to grow accustomed to in previous installments. This was a noble idea that unfortunately found itself falling flat more than anything. The main story consisted of campaigns with 4 different pairs. Leon Kennedy and Helena Harper were met with a nice mixture between action and the feeling brought upon us by RE4 and 5. Chris Redfield and Piers Niven's quests were largely reminiscent of the high-paced action along the likes of Call of Duty and Gears of War. Jake Muller and Sherry Birkin trekked through an up-close, third-person, hands-on, combat-oriented adventure, and Ada Wong was solo in a storyline that contained probably the largest amount of puzzles out of all of them, harboring the feelings of the old-school sense of progression and item management. The issues that plagued Resident Evil 6 lied in one central issue that I previously mentioned, and will mention again many times throughout the rest of this video: the lack of polished execution. Having a vision of massive acclaim that would harbor back to the glory days of Resident Evil 4, Capcom set its sights on trying to appease every type of Resident Evil fan, those that enjoyed the old and those that enjoyed the new. With this, they also tried to loop in more action-oriented players in order to attempt to broaden their overall fan base. The issue with this was, though, the lack of polish that such a game should bring in order to do so. More so, each of the game's 4 campaigns tied together with a plot of action, not horror. But why? Why did Resident Evil do away with what made it so great in the first place? Like I said, RE6 is a good game in itself. It, however, is a terrible Resident Evil game. Now, before we dive into why Capcom decided to steer the series in this controversial direction, let's take a look at RE6 as a game and judge the good and the bad before taking a look within Capcom themselves. As I said before, Resident Evil 6 wasn't without its merits. The game overall played as a fantastic action shooter. The UI in this one ultimately centered around what the game considered as comms devices. These were primarily purposed for data communication, and in-game, they relay vital stats directly to the player in a personalized view, depending on who you're playing as. The player health tablets, current stamina, ammo type and number, and magazine size were all readily available to players in a direct and unobtrusive fashion in the bottom corner of the screen. These devices were also functional in allowing instantaneous weapon switching whenever the player so desired. By using the directional pad, a previously clunky at best system of switching weapons was streamlined into a method that allowed players to, at the push of a button, switch to whichever weapon they so desired almost instantaneously. Health revitalization was also given this same treatment. Rather than pausing or opening up a menu screen as done in previous RE titles, players could heal themselves on the fly, allowing for a faster, more fluid flow of the conventions altogether. This same treatment was given to the clunky control system that plagued not only Resident Evil 5, but 4 and 3 and 2 and basically all the other Resident Evils that were ever released. Resident Evil 6 is what I like to regard as the most control-savvy game out of all of them. Pretty much any action command that you could think of has a button combination to suit, and with this came a much more fluid style of gameplay. Innovations in this style also included mechanics such as rolling in any direction, running while shooting, and even maneuvers that allowed for more intensive melee combat. Each character had their own strengths and weaknesses in their respective campaigns, and this truly allowed for a unique and dynamic gameplay presentation that almost entirely answered everyone's previous woes. In addition to this, cooperative gameplay was also introduced as a major gameplay mechanic, and like Resident Evil 5, allowed players to venture through each storyline on varying difficulties that they saw fit. Now hold on a second. My god, how can I talk about all the good within this game and not mention how well crafted and tense Jake Muller's campaign was? So at the onset, we're met with Jake, a mercenary, as he encounters Sherry Birkin through combat. It soon becomes evident that he carries the C virus cure within his blood, making him completely immune to this virus and many others. The bulk of the campaign follows the pair as they hunt for a widespread cure to prevent the ever-expanding presence of the Javo. However, the kicker in this campaign is this goddamn beast right here. This big-ass motherfucker caused me so much stress and tension throughout this campaign that it drove me crazy every time he'd randomly show up to cause me some torment. It's like, right when I think I've escaped from his reach and I'm in a safe spot, nope. This guy is damn near invincible, and that mechanical arm claw drill thing attached to him will rip you to shreds and back in an instant. The inclusion of the Ustanok is very easily one of my favorite aspects of this entire game, because it was something that was done right. Being the answer to Resident Evil 3's Nemesis, this gave this game a recognizable face to remember it by, and I really wish the other character plots were given this same treatment. Anyway, moving on, let's touch on overall content. What is a game without content? Resident Evil 6 definitely did not skip out on this, with their 4 interwoven storylines, online mercenaries, Agent Hunt, Onslaught, Survivors, Predator, and lastly, Siege. This game had so many ways that you could play that it had the possibility for endless hours of fun. But was it really? Unfortunately, the other side of what makes a good game good is how well it stacks up against the legacy of its predecessors. And well, while Resident Evil 6 was pretty good within itself, it definitely did not sit well with Resident Evil fans at all. To lead off on this section, let's take a look at the elephant in the room that everyone seems to hate, and Resident Evil 6 seemed to shove down our throats at every moment that they could. Quick time events.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your good friend Nexpo from the future. I just wanted to jump in here and give a quick editor's cut to let you guys know that right now you need to press X or else I'm gonna die. So let's just get on that and yeah, let's press that X button. Just extend my life a little bit here. Come on, let's press the damn X button. Fuck!
You ever, had a game that you were enjoying and really into, only to reach a cutscene where you could kick back and take a deeper look into the lore of the story with a quick cinematic cut? You ever thought to yourself, hey, you know what would make this game fun? Some timed button mashing sequences that could keep me busy. No? Nobody? Yeah, well, not Capcom. Nah, Leisure? Nah, you don't get that. We're gonna force some stupid and senseless QuickTime events into this game that make you pull your hair out and get an automatic game over when you inevitably fail them a few times. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Aside from the lazy game design surrounding this, it just isn't fun. For a game that already fundamentally alienates just about its entire core audience, you would think that it would do some things right. At least the cutscenes, god damn it, it was a poor choice. Now that that's out of the way, let's look at the broken sense of flow in this game. I'll say this again and again. Concepts work well if they're executed well. In Resident Evil 6, they were not executed well for the game that it was trying to be. Leon, Chris, Jake, and Ada's storylines are all starkly different from one another for no real reason other than to try to appease every type of Resident Evil fan that could ever exist. And it's dead obvious. As we established prior, in Leon's, progression and flow happen in probably that sweet spot between action and attempted horror. It plays overall like an RE4 game, just without all the tension that made RE4, well, RE4. Chris's is third-person Call of Duty, need I really say more? Jake's plays out as a superpower-infused action thriller that has you performing acrobatic combos and constant up-close melee action. And Ada's, well, Ada's probably plays the closest to real strategic Resident Evil. It, however, performs way worse than it should, as many of the puzzles fall flat more than anything. Okay, so let's back up. We have a lackluster RE4 wannabe, we have a third-person Call of Duty, we have a super-powered fighter, and lastly, a flat campaign full of puzzles. What even is this game trying to be? This is one of the biggest issues I had with this, being that I actually enjoyed Leon and Jake's for what they were, but absolutely despised Chris and Ada's. This leads to such a broken experience in an already convoluted mess of a game, and it just isn't fun as a whole. Pick a direction, pick a style, and go with it. Either all of the game is a wannabe RE4, or none of the game is a wannabe RE4. The half-baked experiences just drove this Resident Evil game as a whole into the ground. Okay, so one of the most vital aspects of what makes a good game good is the soundtrack. You can have an absolutely shit game. But if the soundtrack is good, then that's, at the very least, one redeeming factor that it can be remembered for. Sure, you gave me terrible experiences with a shitty game, but if the soundtrack is good, or even great, I can appreciate that in its own light. Let's take a look at this video here. All Resident Evil save room themes. Let's just take a look and see if we can spot any outliers here. So game by game here. Resident Evil 1's save room theme is an absolute and timeless classic. Here we have a gracious aura accompanied by the slow rising and falling of strings, giving us the feeling that yes, we're alone in a zombie-infested mansion. However, we're safe. For now. Resident Evil 2 takes a more serious approach in its tone. The deep piano hits accompanied by the high-end notes give us a strange and ominous feeling of safety, with the looming danger of death right at our backs. Resident Evil 3 instills a very similar feeling as 2, with notes that are largely the same. However, this time, the deep aura is even more overpowering, almost as if it's representative of Nemesis himself. Resident Evil 4's is another timeless classic. However, here, they split up these themes into two different ones. Since Resident Evil 4's safe rooms and save themes had two different songs, it's safe to pick apart both. The actual save theme gives off the feeling of being stuck inside of a motel room in the dead middle of the night as we ponder the next route to take or mystery to solve in order to escape this predicament that we found ourselves in. Isolation is one word that I can use to describe the feeling given off by this one. Ironically, the exact opposite of what's instilled into me with Serenity, the safe room track in RE4. Fittingly titled, this track fades in whenever you approach the area near the merchant in-game. Through all of the endless fighting and shooting through each game area, hearing this fade in does none other than give me a chance to let out a big ass sigh of relief as I find that blue aura in the near distance. Resident Evil 5's, oh my dear god, the subtle sound effects and additions into the background of this one give us the feeling that we're, fittingly, lost in the desert with minimal time for rest and screwing around. Jumping ahead, Resident Evil 7. God, if you had to describe this entire game to someone with just 10 seconds of audio, the opening portion of this song would be it. The subtle twang on top of the ominous aura gives off a sense of,
yeah, you're screwed.
Hearing this while I played Madhouse mode actually made me just want to sit there and contemplate my next move, as I really didn't know how to tackle the extra monsters that were being thrown my way, with minimal ammo to suit. God, what a gem. And then going back, we have this. Dear God, what the hell is this? Is this still Resident Evil? After finishing the game, these songs absolutely do not stick with me whatsoever. I've mentioned how the songs of the other Resident Evils could represent their entire games, and yeah, this one holds up here too. This uninspired mess absolutely can represent RE6, as it's boring, bland, and sticks out like a sore thumb from the soundtracks of the rest of the series. Alright, enough about soundtracks, now moving on. The single biggest complaint I have about this game is the fear factor. It's just bad. It isn't scary in the slightest, and it tries far too hard to be an action shooter, free from any horror that the previous installments instilled within you. I think the major issue stems from the overall design of the game, and back then, the running series as a whole. Let's take a step back and look at Resident Evil altogether. Pre-RE4 games left you with a fixed camera, clunky controls, and overall, a feeling of isolation as you traverse through the various areas of each game. Let's go back to Resident Evil 1. This game probably has just as many zombies in the entire game as Leon's storyline has in the first act. Each encounter with the undead back then presented you with something that RE6 simply does not. A challenge. Remember that area in RE1 next to that save point by the stairs? Remember that goddamn zombie that freaked you out to hell and back the first time you encountered it back there? It was terrifying and left you pondering whether to kill it or run by it. Do you face your fear and eradicate this threat with your valuable ammo and resources? Or do you run and place the location of them in the back of your mind for future reference? This is merely one of the many examples of isolated encounters that presented the player with a strategic decision. I mean, for God's sake, I remembered one single zombie. If I can sit here and pick out one singular thing about something that freaks me out, then that's a good game. Strategy. Resident Evil has always been rooted in strategy, and with this, the feeling of dread set in naturally. Here, they throw all of that out of the window. Fear? Nah. Strategic decision making? Nah, we don't need that. Isolation? What's that? Resource management? Who needs it? Let's just throw a shit ton of zombies at the player and let them duke it out. COD style. It's just bad. The game design is bad, and it all ties back to the devolving execution of the very good engine that Capcom created to move away from what made Resident Evil so good in the first place. I want to go on a tangent here and talk briefly about the decision regarding the camera. I believe that over-the-shoulder and fixed camera angles each have their merits and fallbacks. However, just like the engine overall, the execution is what makes or breaks it. In Resident Evil 1, our fixed camera establishes one simple principle: seeing precisely what the developers want us to see, and in turn, experiencing something exactly as it was meant to be experienced. This worked out largely in their favor too. As an example, let's take a look at close quarters progression. RE1 establishes a presentation style that gives off a sense of scale whenever they needed to do so. Corridors and narrow hallways have strategically placed camera angles to instill a feeling of claustrophobia for the player. Stairwells take a high viewpoint to give us a sense of grandiose scale. Certain walkways in the game have a view that seems to mimic somebody lurking in the shadows and watching every move that we make. In Resident Evil 6, this feeling of being watched becomes thrown completely out the window as we're given a direct behind-the-shoulder view of everything with total freedom to experience something not as the developer intended, but as we intend ourselves. This, with the extremely fast-paced nature of RE6, kills off any sliver of horror that would remain in this game, as it gives the player the very real possibility of glossing over minute details, the feeling of tension, and vital world building that would otherwise be crafted to perfection prior. Now, I will say fixed camera angles do have their issues. However, this video is meant to highlight why Resident Evil 6 failed, so maybe I'll touch on this topic in greater detail in the future. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that RE6 was trying to be somebody that it wasn't. It was trying to expand in all the wrong ways upon an engine that originally moved the series away from what made it so great in the first place. So, why did Capcom let it get to this? Let's go back and take a look at them from the inside, shall we? So what happened? Soon after the release of RE5, the concept of Resident Evil 6 was born. In March of 2009, producer
正近川田
stated that the new installment would take 4 to 8 years to develop and would be drastically different from its predecessors. When development of the game had finally begun, co-producer
吉明平林
stated that he wanted the game to revolve around the ultimate horror entertainment, including all aspects of Resident Evil that people loved. In 2012, though, this idea would have a concurrent and lingering repercussion that would befall every fan of the genre. This year, Capcom admitted that the survival horror market was too small for Resident Evil and that they wanted to reach out further than this niche market. As a result, the game wouldn't be built around horror, but instead action. This was meant to, quote, evolve the series, allowing it to appeal to a mainstream audience while attempting to keep the die-hard RE fans locked in for years to come. As we know, this couldn't be further from the case, and in October of 2012, the monstrosity that we know as Resident Evil 6 would finally be born. While Capcom has historically put out mostly fantastic experiences, unfortunately their own arrogance